heat is on Zimmerman this week for real, man. So, have that
I
just
agree.
on the first week, and then to have the what we had last week. That was unacceptable. That
That
wasn't a
was
good.
inexcusable.
It was, man.
Inexcusable.
Bad second impression for real. So
For
it's
sure.
really a magnifying glass on him. I understand the scheme and trying to fool people, like trying to show your pressure that you're supposed to be bringing, but he need to actually bring the pressure. Don't be trying to trick the quarterback, all that. Bring the pressure, bring the fire. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Right.
just bring the smoke, bring the fire with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I
True.
want to see this week. Like, you gonna have to bring the pressure to Lamar and force him to make some decisions, some quick decisions. Welcome to another session with them Dennis boys. You got your boy B.
Debo.
EJ.
Come here to give you a preview to our Week 3 matchup with the Baltimore Ravens when they come to us. We're going to start off talking about these injuries to note. Everybody was a full practice by today, almost, except for who we got? Mozzie and Stevens. That's a good sign, getting them back in the fold. Ferguson's another person of note, getting him back. Hopefully I'll get Dak a little bit more comfortable this week. For the other side, they had mostly fully participants except for one of their guards, and Nate Wiggins has been questionable all week, so that's the only one that's in question for them. Hearing all these injury reports, what y'all think about it going into this game?
Go ahead, Debo.
I mean, it's a good look. The fact that we are supposed to have Ferguson back come Sunday. You said John Stevens. My anticipation to see what he's going to do is also highly on the list. So I feel good about it. I'm hoping it's a bounce back game for us. So being off the injury list for everybody, you know what I'm saying, in terms of, a little nicks and knacks here and there, but, it's a good look.
Yeah, based on the injury reports, and on my opinion, that's pretty much a wash. As far as the game is concerned, just like we alluded to on our Whiskey Wednesday, we're playing a hungry team who's now down 0-2. We already know what that means in terms of their season, in terms of expectation for their team. You know how they're coming out. My biggest thing is Don Zimmer's got to improve upon that defense this week, particularly the run stop, because we know we're going to see a heavy dose of run between their running back and their quarterback. If we don't plug those holes that we didn't plug on Sunday, it's going to be a long day for us again. I think secondary-wise, we can match up with their receivers pretty good. My main concern is stopping them at the line of scrimmage and let the damage be done there. And I think everything else will fall in place. Offensively, we definitely need to pick it up. I don't think there's going to be like a 2019 type game. Both teams are going to be looking to score this time around. So, we're hoping our quarterback can pick it up as well as our wide receivers, be on point with their games, and looking forward to good things.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's both quarterbacks I feel got something to prove. It's a marquee matchup. A lot of big names, a lot of star power on both sides. We gotta come with it. Dallas got more to prove to me. After showing what we showed last week, the Ravens been competitive, to say the least. But how we looked last week, we looked very mediocre last week, both sides of the ball. So it was a lot, to leave to the imagination. Last week, on both sides, defense like they didn't even show up at all. So that's really what, the magnifying glass is going to be on them boys this week. So that front seven going to have to grow up, you know what I'm saying, and show up. So if we're going to have a chance at all. So they're going to have to set the tone and the tempo off the rip. For them, offensively, with, Nate Wiggins being a question, hopefully that slows them down and gives us some type of advantage offensively, because we need some help out there on the outside. Wide receivers ain't living up to the fold, outside of CD. Once they double him or triple him, Dak looking for options. He's looking lost. So somebody gonna have to step up, in that receiver room this week.
My biggest concern too is the fact that they got a mobile quarterback. I think that we're gonna have to really dial in terms of scheme. Our scheme's gonna have to actually be on point, and can't have no mishaps and somebody's here, somebody's there. Like, we have to really be on point this week, because having to stop a Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, and I hate it because a mobile quarterback is what I want. So seeing that this week, it's gonna be rough, but hopefully we scheming for it. So
Yeah, and playing against Lamar Jackson is both a blessing and a curse. Yes, you might want a mobile quarterback, but this ain't just any mobile quarterback we're talking about.
right,
His ability to be elusive can really hurt you in terms of it takes one move to the right or the left out of place, and he gone.
True.
It ain't no catching up. Ain't no playing catch up.
Yeah.
Besides, we don't have the kind of people to catch up with folks anyway.
True.
But we want to make sure we try to keep that contained as much as possible, which means we got to win that battle at the line of scrimmage to keep him bottled up in there. We can't let him escape to the outside. That's going to be trouble. We got to keep him in the middle and keep the game in the middle of the field. Is basically what we need to do.
Yeah, that heat is on Zimmer, man, this week, for real, man. So, have that showing the first week, and then to have the what we had last week. That was unacceptable.
That was inexcusable.
It was, man.
Inexcusable.
Bad second impression, for real. So it's really a magnifying glass on him. I understand the scheme and trying to fool people, like trying to show your pressure that you're supposed to be bringing, but he need to actually bring the pressure. Don't be trying to trick the quarterback, all that. Bring the pressure, bring the fire. You know what I'm saying? Don't just bring the smoke, bring the fire with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I want to see this week. Like, you won't have to bring the pressure to Lamar and force him to make some decisions, some quick decisions.
And that's really what's going to actually make us succeed in this game, if we actually blitz whatever they try to do in the backfield, because, they do a lot of gadgets in the backfield too. So, if you blitz it and get to the quarterback or running back, they ain't going to be able to get started. And you're going to force him to throw the ball, which he don't really do as well. He's gotten better over the years, but he's still not where he should be as a quarterback. So we got to exploit that.
Facts.
Yeah, and basically what you're saying is we need to wreck up some ish. Just run up in there reckless and start tearing up some ass up in there. Bottom what we need to do. We need to play a physical game. We need to make it plain from the beginning. That's the kind of game we're going to play, and just let that be the course for the day. I don't think that we can dance around and play around with this team. Even like we did against the Saints, we can't come remotely close to that type of play. We just got to be decisive in what we do.
Yep.
You make a mistake, hey, we just make up for it next play. But we got to be decisive. We got to wreck some heads. We need to see all of we need to be hearing all of our interior linemen's name, including the linebackers. Linebackers got to do a better job of plugging up that middle, because Lamar get up there behind that center, and next thing he down the field for like 15, 20 yards on a run. So, yeah, we got to wreck that stuff up in there, man.
But we still got to remember, they're going to set that tone and try to, ram Derrick Henry down our throat. That's what they're going to go with first. They're going to try to come with him and let him come downhill off the rip. So we're going to have to set that tone first. Whoever hit first and set that tone is really going to probably control that game.
All right.
But that just pretty much getting us set for what we have to deal with in our own division. We got Saquon block, and we still got to deal with, so we just need to get used to stopping the big back, stop the run, period. I don't care who it is back there, whether it's Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley or whomever. We just got to do a better job because first of all, we got to do a better job of seeing the ball. By the time we see the ball, it's already past the first level, and they gone.
That's linebackers.
Or you have
Linebackers gotta read quicker, man, and start
yeah,
filling
they
them
got to
gaps.
read better. They're not doing a good job of reading them gaps, and they're not filling them. We did a great job of reading the gaps and filling them in the first game. Last game, we just act like we forgot
And that's a
all
surprise.
that
It's
was
very
about.
surprising, man, because Cleveland is traditionally a better running team. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I would expect that
I agree.
performance with them versus with the Saints. And they probably was thinking
I
the
agree.
same thing. They was like, "Nah, ain't no way they're gonna do that to us." But they showed they
Well,
could.
hopefully, screenplays is not our kryptonite because the way we defended the screenplay last week, that was just like we ain't even seen it before. Like, I didn't get it.
Ain't a good sign. 'Cause everybody using it now. That's the new running game.
It is.
But I mean, the thing that pissed me off more than anything is we let one player destroy us. Now, I mean, I can see you might have a good first half and get away with break a few away here, but he continually ran over us up, over, around, and through us the entire game. He wasn't just running around us; he ran straight up the middle for the majority of those players. So he wasn't running away from us, but we weren't tackling. We didn't see him until he was already in our chest.
That's line
I mean,
domination, man. They controlled the line of scrimmage, and it was evident. They was just gashing us however they wanted, left, right, up the middle, however, and they were setting up for that play action.
and their offensive line obviously was better than our defensive line, for that game. I mean, they just pretty much did what they wanted to do. Whatever plays they wanted to run, they were successful at running because they blocked, and we didn't try to get off those tackles, those blocks, and try to shed those blocks and try to get to the man. I mean, it was a piss poor job all the way
It
around.
was.
I don't care how you look at it.
Yeah, but I think for us offensively, we should have did what the Saints did, which was get the run game going. I feel like we bail out on the run too early. Like I feel like we just stop and we just try to put the ball in Dak's hands. No, Dak needs the running game. Dak needs the running game in order to
Correct,
succeed
Armando.
because when we do the play action, that's when Dak is at his best. So we need to be able to get this running game established. I don't know what they're waiting on to promote Dalvin Cook, but they need to make it happen.
I feel you. That's very important, man. That's going to be the key to Dak's success. We've been saying that.
It
He
is.
got to have a stout running game, especially if he don't have the receiving core that he's very comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? Until they get him
Right.
another legit outside weapon, that run game is going to have to be the main thing for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? You got to force it.
But let's not be too hasty with that Dalvin Cook talk now, because his last team, he didn't do that great.
That wasn't a good situation. If Aaron Rodgers was there the whole time, it'd been a whole different story. It'd been a whole like you
But
saw last night.
but you flipped it on it now. You're saying the quarterback needed to run. Now it sounds the way you described the running back needed the quarterback.
It's situational. It's situational because we know with Aaron Rodgers, it don't matter who his running back is because he can throw the ball so well. He dominates the game himself. Now with Dak, he don't dominate the game unless we have a running game first. He has to lay the ground rule first. So once we do that, we're able to actually succeed with throwing the ball because running the teams have to stack the box. So therefore, it's less people out in the secondary.
Right. If they can stop us without staffing the box or sending a blitz, then it's gonna be a long day for our offense. They know that. Defenses know that. When they know they don't have to bring no pressure, nothing like that to stop the run, they know Dak gonna struggle. So I mean that's just how he's been. So we're gonna have to go ahead.
But I get what you guys are saying, but back to my point about Dalvin Cook, there's a lot you get used to. He's not. Whenever he gets there, he's not going to have a whole lot of experience running with the first team. So now we're back to him being with the Jets last, and it's that I just not believe in crowning any man until I see what they can do for me. Is what have you done for me lately? I've got to see Dalvin Cook run, and I've got to see him be effective at running in a number of different situations for me to say, okay, this is the next coming of.
I mean, he is a 4-time Pro Bowler. That speaks a lot about him.
I ain't gonna lie.
That was in this. Yeah. With that, Ezekiel Elliott used to be that too.
That's true.
That was then.
That's true.
This is now.
But
It's a whole different ball game.
to his credit, I ain't gonna lie, Dalvin probably one of the most purest running backs I've ever seen. Honestly, like skill, he's like that. When he's healthy, like you saw him dominate any team that he played against. Like he has a special gear and skill, man. Like he gets through tackles and break tackles very, very well. Like he's like a Alvin Kamara before he was Alvin Kamara, for real, for real. Like he really nice.
But everything and every man in its own time.
That's true.
We know a former University of Texas running back who's arguably one of the best to ever run the ball. He was great in his time, but when then got it up there in the age a little bit.
Who's talking
and Dalvin Cook is not that old.
Oh, okay. Who Texas running back you talking about?
The Peterson guy.
Oh shit. But he damaged the league for a long time before he fell off.
Hey, look here. Hey, what I say? Each man in his own time.
He's a Hall of Famer too. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
He just had a violent running style.
For not for long.
Man, yeah, he did.
His running style was so violent though. That's why.
Man,
so it's like high risk, high reward. High risk, high reward type of running back.
Yeah,
I'm as hopeful as the rest of you guys about somebody come in. I mean, but why can't that be Zeke?
Zeke, you can tell Zeke.
Why can't they be Rico Dottle?
It can't be Rico like he may have lost a step. Him and Zeke, it's evident. Like Rico used to be gone. He gone. But we
got to remember now. We got a new line up there.
I feel you, but at the same time, it's the eye test. They're not moving like they used to. Rico used to be a very, very efficient runner. Like just running the other day, he used to finish like 40 more yards. For real.
But what he's doing is, I think he's running because he's more comfortable now. He don't have that sense of, man, I'm fighting for a spot. He got his spot now. So I'm saying, so you're gonna be a little more hesitant now because now you're trying not to get injured type situation.
He been injured the whole time he been there. He might as well, it might be a last payday.
It's true. But I saw he had a couple pretty good steps the other day.
Yeah, he was decent, but it wasn't like Rico used to.
Nobody.
He was gonna be a gas.
Nobody got no big allotment of runs the other day. In other words, not too many people got a chance. But Deuce probably got more runs than the majority of them out there. And you know how elusive Deuce, how strong, fast, and elusive he is. He couldn't get off.
Our offensive coordinators was really holding us back. I mean, like I said, we bailing on the run way too early in the game. Even when we're down 7, like we bail on the run. We feel like we got to throw the ball. Like I don't understand that concept.
That's not like that's going across the league though. Like all the teams that have been successful these first couple weeks in the league, they've been running the hell out of the ball. Like we've been seeing 140, 130, 150. You know what I'm saying? These teams they beating the hell out of teams. These teams are trying to evolve to this new style of football too soon. Like it got to be gradual. You know what I'm saying? And the defenses are getting better, which is a good thing. Balance the league out. Won't have to be.
But think about it. Most of those teams that were successful at that run, like you say, most of them have pretty established lines. We don't have an established line. We are growing another. We're growing another baby up.
That's true.
So it's a difference.
That's true. We got three guys growing up, right?
Them lines of them guys running behind. They done been together for seasons and had varying degrees of success.
True.
Our line is just learning each other. We're just learning them, and it's a process that got to come together quick. But it is what it is at this point.
So what's y'all predicting for this game? How y'all think it's gonna play out? Honest truth.
Well, I guess I have to be honest because I said this would be one of the games we probably lose. So if we did lose, it'll be, I would say probably 27-21. If we won, it'll be, like I said, we got to score 30 to win, in my opinion. So it'd be 30. We'll say 30-27. Field goal win.
Which one you believe in your heart, though? The first prediction?
Yeah.
That's
That's just me. I said I'm gonna stick
real.
with that
I mean,
because based on us not stopping the run last week, I can't really expect us to stop the run this week. So
Yeah.
and you got a mobile quarterback in the midst of it. So
yeah.
Well, I looked at the schedule, and to be honest with you, this isn't one of the games that I picked us to lose. Um, to give you a reason, not really sure. It was just a gut feeling I had. We're at home, for the second game in a row. I just can't honestly believe we're going to perform to the level we did 2 games in a row that way. I think we'll fix some of the things that need to be fixed. I think it'll be actually, I don't think the score is going to go over 30 points for either team. Um, I just don't feel that's going to happen. I think our defense is going to step it back up. Lamar Jackson, of course, he's going to get his. We're not going to do. Let's just be honest. I mean, it's just hard stopping Lamar Jackson. So you'll give him and try to cut it down as much as possible. But I think this is going to be come down to 2 of the best, if not the best, field goal kickers in the game, and these are arguably 2 of the best. So I'm looking under 24, whichever team wins. But I'm going to stick with my prediction. I'm going to go with the Cowboys over the Ravens, 24-21.
Okay. You got one side, one the other. Let me break this tie for y'all. I think this game is going to be kind of ugly in a way. I think both offenses are still trying to find their footing and their identity for the season. Lamar, he gonna get his numbers, and he probably gonna show out. I mean, everybody show out. Big stars show out in our home, so I'm kind of predicting that, and that's gonna keep them going. He's gonna have them damn untimely first downs that just kill us. We had a perfect coverage. He's gonna break down and gallop for 22 yards. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some of that. He gonna hit Flowers, man. That's gonna be a great challenge for Jay Lou. I'm looking forward to that. Flowers real, he real. They got 2 great tight ends. Likely he emerged, week 1. We already know Andrews is
Mark Andrews,
complete. Yeah, he the real deal. My
when he's healthy, when he's healthy,
correct. But yeah, when he is, he a problem. So with that being said, I think it's gonna be 17-13. Ravens gonna beat us at home.
Well, you really gonna wreck up some stuff.
It's gonna be man. I really last week really left a bad taste in my mouth, man, and I didn't expect us to have that type of performance. You know what I'm saying? To do the same thing we did against the Packers at home. It looked too much alike. So
exactly.
And that's a problem that can't be fixed overnight. And Ravens got a lot of experience. They've been on playoff runs, so we ain't got that like that. So if we do, it'd be a pleasant surprise.
The only difference between those 2 games was the defensive coordinators, and they both failed.
But both coordinators got one of them big ass blowouts on their resume too at home. So
true.
Yeah.
So that's what it is for me. So y'all got any other closing statements?
That'll do for me. I just, hey,
I'm good.
I'm going to tune in Sunday, and I hope we win. But like I said, you can't fix that problem overnight or in a week. So,
thanks.
Yeah, I hope I don't be in a hurry like I was last week to get to the halftime dinner table.
Right.
True. You ain't lying. We're going to start playing some cornhole early, for real.
Yeah, we hope it's not a cornhole day.
I know it.
It's a late day.
It should be entertaining though. I think it's gonna be a lot of highlights and hopefully not too many lowlights. But it got a potential to be a high scoring game as well. Both defense ain't be looking real sus, so we'll see. But on that note, man, we appreciate y'all joining us for another great session. Till next time, like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll be with y'all next time.